Lots of light, lots of colours. Mm-hmm. It's purple and gold. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just really dark indigo.
It's a really beautiful colour.
Yeah, very soothing. I feel like I'm in a very clean, very high up place.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about this space.
It has buttons on the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And press them to open the door.
Press it back.
Mm-hmm. Press, and lots of people. They all seem very nice. They're looking after me. They're looking, showing me to go into this room.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of them. They're very chatty.
Mm-hmm. And who are these people?
They look human, but they have bigger heads.
Mm-hmm. Bigger heads. Mm-hmm.
Very beautiful.
And what colour is their skin and hair? What do they look like?
They're very white. They're very white, very pale. And there's a little bit of blue by their cheeks. And their hair is very white.
I want you to look down towards where you would be. Tell me what your feet look like, if you're wearing anything on them.
Got boots.
Mm-hmm.
There's boots there. They're pale blue.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And they seem to go into the trousers that I'm wearing.
Mm-hmm. Just scan up your body. Tell me what else you're wearing.
You're very comfortable. I've got a suit on that's all in one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a slightly darker blue, but not very dark, not navy.
Are you wearing similar clothes to the other?
Yeah, I've got, they're all wearing these same things.
Mm-hmm. Imagine there's a big mirror in front of you. Mm-hmm. Tell me what you look like.
My skin's very soft. I've got a nice smile. My eyes so big, they seem big. And I have blue by my ears on my cheek. My forehead's bigger, but it doesn't make me ugly. It makes me beautiful.
What's your hair?
It's white as well.
Are you wearing anything on your head?
No. I'm female.
And what would your name be? What would we be able to call you? Is there something that we could share that we could pronounce or?
Jana.
Jana. And these beings that you are with and that you are one of, they be a race of being that we would understand here on Earth.
Yeah, because Andromedans.
And they're telling you the buttons on the walls that you're supposed to press to go in.
Press the button to go in.
And so what happens when you do that?
The wall slides.
Mm-hmm.
I step in. This feels where I am working.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a health lab.
Okay.
It's very clean, but it's warm.
And what's your job in this health lab? What do you do?
I'm a healer and I'm a teacher. And the difference is that you, in your places of sickness, you keep everything so cool. Whereas we keep it warm. Our bodies like that better than the cold.
And can you tell me a bit more about the healing that you do?
A lot of it is to do with sound and vibration and the refraction of light.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more about keeping the person in optimal health rather than treating an ailment or an illness that has first begun in the energy format of the person. When the format is not healthy, then a ailment or a disease can set up home, if you will, in the body.
So do your kind, the Andromedans, do they tend to have illnesses or
No.
Is it, as you say, it's more to do with keeping optimal health?
We keep optimal health. It's we begin our day with health.
Mm-hmm.
We have a beacon that sounds when it's time to sit in the vibration and sit in the light.
Mm-hmm.
We could teach you such a lot. I'm looking at myself in the mirror,
Mm-hmm.
and I see my skin is soft and smooth, and I know that in your years I am 320.
Wow.
And I've only just begun my lifespan.
How long do your friend live?
If we choose, we can live indefinitely before we pass on to the eternal light. But most stay about 750. There's so much to know, so much to learn. We need that length of time to explore.
Why did you come through to communicate with us today?
So, to prioritize health. When we neglect and don't make health priority, then it is inevitable that this causes trouble within the energy vibration.
Are you an aspect of Carol?
I've always been there.
Are you able to work with Carol's body today to assist her in gaining optimum health?
Yes, it's possible. It will happen during rest period.
Okay. Is there anything else you wish to share with us today?
There's so much. It's time to learn from us. Certainly not because we know everything, because even though we live these lives, these many, many of your years, we still know just a fraction. But yes, we know more than humans. We've worked on acceptance and about loving ourselves and how important that is. How important it is to even go forward in your day. And to think about vibration and the vibrations that you give off for each person, and how the vibrations are what create things within your lifespan.
What would you like to tell us humans about how we can assist ourselves with our vibration?
You need to get out of your houses. You need to get out and feel the vibrations around you. And even if you're sitting, you feel the vibration of the seat below you. You also have to allow healing. Sometimes you enjoy being poorly because others look after you. So find a way of experiencing the joy of other people without feeling that you have to call in an illness to achieve that objective. And we have a way, a different way. In relationships, we do have male and female and every other gender. We have all aspects. And our relationships are always on mutual terms. We do not attach to one person in particular. We enjoy each other as we grow. And it's important to know that.
How do you procreate? How is that process done?
It's a joining of light and sound and vibration. And the child is looked after until they are of an age when they look after themselves. They're looked after by the couple. And it is till the age of 8. And then we mature quite quickly. And at age 8, we can look after ourselves. We learn and we can be away from our parents because we have everything that we need within those 8 years. And then it's like a school that we go to, but we see our parents, and they are always special. But there is very little, ego in our place. We are on a ship at the moment, but there is a place with a crystal city. And that is our home.
How far away from Earth is this place?
It's hundreds of thousands of miles. It would take you many years to get there. But we use the power of the crystals, and we know which crystals attract other crystals, and by using that we change our vibration and join the crystal, and then we can travel wherever. You humans are not ready for this information. It must not be given to you because you would abuse it. There's too much ego and, evil in this world. It must not be given to you.
Okay. That's okay.
But we use this all the time to travel back and forth. And we like to travel. We like to learn. And there is a mercy mission at this moment in time.
Okay.
And we come to observe, we come to see how we can help. And also to protect other species from you humans.
Yes.
You cannot be allowed to cause a repercussion right into the rest of the universe.
Yes, what happens on Earth?
You cannot be allowed to send the shockwaves out.
Yeah. So, are you currently situated in a space where you are observing the Earth?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the craft that we have. We also have places to bring humans up into the spaceship to be healed. It's a pod, and the pod it's made of living matter, but solid to lie upon. But then the pod is round over this, and the person goes into this to concentrate and direct the vibration and the light. And the vibration from the sound and the refraction of the light come together and act on the cells of the human, and also working on the you call it the aura, we call it the energy suit that surrounds you. Very often this is in disrepair, and by doing this we all surround you and beam light and love and sound to mix with the light to bring the healing of the cells and to repair the outer layer of your energy suit. It's important that this is where ailments, disease of your energy system get in.
So how many humans are you working with?
There are only a few that will allow this to happen. We hope for more. The more people who come up and are treated, the more that they will spread that out. When their energy suit is in good repair, they give off vibrations of what you would call love and joy. And that makes other people feel loved and joyful.
And so how do you know which humans you're to work with, and how would a human know that they were to work with you?
It is a call to the heart.
Okay.
There's a cry for love, a cry for things to change, to get better. And we pick that up. We have here at the side of our head where the blue is, and we do have ears, but just below that there are little sensors in the blue on the cheek. What we feel, we pick up this vibration of desire for change. And so we invite them.
And is this a conscious choice, or is this a soul choice?
We work with both,
okay.
But it's usually a soul choice, and this usually happens best in the dream time, because then the head gets out of the way and the body just works.
And so how many humans are you working with right now?
There are approximately 144,000.
Okay.
But that's all over the world. So not many. There could be more. And there will be more, but it'll take time.
Laura, what of these humans that you're working with, are they what we would describe as spiritually awake, or starseeds, or those who have come to Earth for a specific reason?
Well, we started with those first. They knew that they needed to come up to the healing pods to rejuvenate and to get themselves back onto an even keel. Mm-hmm. So we are one ship, and we have about 100 pods, and we have the personnel to work with each person. Mm-hmm. There has to be some awareness, acceptance that this is a possibility. Mm-hmm. And sadly, there are a lot of people in the world who are not in that place, but we wish them to be. Mm-hmm. And they can be our benefit and all work together, because when we all come together, there can be harmony. There can be, we are all aspects of each other, so it's important to remember that.
Yes. So if a human wanted to work with you guys and wanted to have this kind of healing, what would they need to do in order to achieve that?
Ask and allow. It's so easy. But you beings like to make things complicated. And we struggle to understand that.
Mm. What dimension do you reside in?
We are in the 12th. But there are some of us that work in the 14th as well. But mostly in the 12th.
Do you ever incarnate on Earth?
There have been a few of us. Mm-hmm. But we were not very well understood.
It can be very difficult coming from such a high vibration, from such a low vibration.
Some didn't make it. Some forgot the principles of sitting in vibration and the aspects of health and how important it is. And some went into the vibration of drugs and alcohol, and they couldn't find their way out.
Can you give us a little bit more detail about the practice of sitting within vibration as you were describing before? Can you give us a more detailed way of how to do that and how to cultivate that within the practice?
It's very important to be outside and to sit. And you can use crystals. We use crystals so many times, all the time, for everything, because they're part of ourselves. So pick a crystal of very high vibration. And you could choose phenakite. You could choose clear quartz that has been cleansed thoroughly. Mm-hmm. You could use any crystal that you felt good holding on to. Surround yourself in these crystals. Stand in the midst of them. Or sit in the midst of them. And you will very, very quickly feel the vibrations. And you can help by humming in your own chest. And this will attach the vibrations to each other. And once this happens, you are in vibration heaven. And stay there while it works on your outer energy suit and your inner cells, the spaces in between the cells. So much about disease is to do with what we believe will happen in a disease or when a disease gets in. We must work on working on the disease before and as it enters the energy suit. We must disable it then, but also to keep our energy suit really strong, powerful. So we don't allow, but half of the time, humans believe that disease should come into their sacred place. This is not true.
So it's about maintaining a vibration that is not compatible with the vibration of the disease.
Exactly.
Okay. And that practice of sitting in nature with the crystals and sitting in the crystal's vibration.
That should be a daily practice. Okay. Within a short time, you will feel it. You will have experienced it. And then if you want to, because the feeling will be lovely, you can stop and you can get on with the day. But your day will be so much better because you are in this vibration of nature and you will be giving out the vibration of love and joy because you yourself are in harmony.
Anything else you wish to share with us today?
You can always ask me for advice, but don't make it too complicated. Ask and allow. It's easy. And we can do that on the healing beds, in the healing pods.
Okay.
And we can do that. We can do that now.
Yes, please. Can you tell me what you're doing?
We're opening up the glass dome and placing Carol in there. It's a comfortable bed and the dome goes over. It's sealed at both ends, but whoever is there is able to breathe. So don't worry about that.
Okay.
Then we all gather around the head, the foot, the sides. We find that it works better with 12. 4, 4, 2 and 2. 2 at the head, 2 at the foot, and 4 and 4. And we just invite source light into the pod, we sound and beam our vibrations of love and joy into the pod. And it goes from all sides and it meets in the solar plexus, down from the head, up from the feet, arms and side, and meets at the solar plexus. We just send our vibrations. And this heals the energy suit. But it also deals with any issues that are inside the body. Anything wrong with the marrow in the bones, the brain, the heart. We are slightly different to you. We have our organs there on the other side. But we find that better. We live the longest. So we think maybe we turn everything, put it on the other side, and you'll live longer, happier lives like we do. Sometimes you have to stay a long time, depending on the injury. Sometimes it's just a few moments. It's all it takes. And that's why we want to help as many as possible. It's done. It's done.
Is that Carol's whole system that has been worked on?
Yeah.
Or is that just that area we were discussing?
The area will need 4 more sessions.
Okay.
But on the whole, all is well.
What is it that we can do today to assist Carol on that divine path that she is truly meant to be on?
Support and vibrations and trust. Trust that things are going according to plan. It will not always be necessary to connect to spirit. People will know that life goes on. There will be evidence of that. And fear will dissolve and move away, and people will no longer be frightened to live for fear of dying. But for now, it is needed to be in this circle of vibration now, to expand to the next circle of vibration, to expand to the next circle of vibration. All this will happen. Just for now, this is where she is, and this is what we work on. But it is not a stagnant place.
Okay. So it's not going to stay the same.
No. It will, and it should be fluid. But I ask, why would she be left open to ridicule? What purpose would that serve? So trust and courage. Trust and courage. And keep sitting in the vibration. And all will be as it should be.
Can we merge Carol with those two frequencies? Can we beam those frequencies into Carol's being?
Yes.
That's the courage of knowing. And in doing so, can we please lift out as much of the fear today as possible?
Yes. That's done.
Thank you so much. Is there anything or any messages from any beings or anyone that wants to come through with a message for humanity, message for the collective? Are there any messages that wish to be shared today for the collective?
This is from the Andromedans. There's a very tall man beside Jana. He wishes that humans should become less selfish, only thinking of themselves. He wants us to draw the line underneath what is happening at this moment in time and make a concerted effort to raise vibrations. We talk about it a lot, he says, but we don't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an insanity has overtaken the world and everybody's just scrabbling. As long as I'm all right, as long as I'm okay. So we start by raising our vibration daily before we start going into the world. Then we vibrate love and joy. And that's not airy-fairy or woo-woo, he says. The proof is in the pudding. We have to do that in our daily lives. Whoever we touch, they see it. And that causes a catalytic change in them. And then they do it. And maybe it's on the unconscious level that we do it. It's so easy. He's Eli. Elijah. He says it is imperative that we keep doing this. There has to become a point of love and light, and it has to start in the middle, and it has to shoot out in all directions. love. It's so easy. It's so easy. The hard part is allowing. Trust the process. Don't worry about other people. They will get what they need from your heart. That when their heart awakens, and again, that's none of our business. Their heart will awaken when their heart awakens. And then their vibrations raise and they send it love and joy out to others, the vibration. And it just is. It just is.
Can I ask a question about the work that Carol and I do together? Of course, this session is beautifully entwined with an experience I had during a Reiki session with Carol recently. I wonder if there's any information that can be shared about our work together. And I know I myself have Andromedan roots aspects. I wonder if there's anything that can be shared about Carol and I and the work we do together.
Explore more and blend the knowledge for the benefit of humanity, even when it feels like humanity doesn't deserve any help.
Yeah.
We come with love. There is peace, there is joy. And it breaks our hearts to see the suffering in the world. So use the combined knowledge to awaken more hearts. But don't pay too much attention to the hows and the whys and the logistics of it all. And how will we and what will we? It will just be.